Hello, this is Phyllis Wilson, my daily moments. I know it's a few times throughout the day that I'm been on here, and that's why you see me. Because these are moments that come to me, and that's the purpose for this YouTube channel is to give you these aha or these brainstorm moments that I'm having throughout my day. So today, or at this time of the day, I should say, the thing that came to my mind is relationships, about relationships being important, as well as those relationships that have an expiration date. It could be people are meant to be in your life for a season and we want to take them with us all the time, but we may have served our purpose with them and they may have served their purpose with us, but we still want to hold on because we value them to keep us comfortable or to give us this feeling of security and safety, when in actuality you holding on to someone that you shouldn't be holding on to, or that was only supposed to be connected to you for a season, you're allowing them to stay stagnant, to procrastinate, to be at a stop point in their lives because you trying to hold on to them, or vice versa, them trying to hold on to you so you can't elevate the way you're supposed to in fulfilling purpose that you're destined for or purpose that they're destined for. So sometimes in relationships, we need to evaluate where that person stands or how significant they're supposed to be in our lives. And if there is just a season or a timeline, it's not saying that you just take people and throw them to the wayside. Oh, no, we don't do that. But you have to leave room for growth for them and for you. And sometimes it might be just for them. Maybe you gave them what you're supposed to give them, and maybe you've gotten what you're supposed to get from them, whether it's wisdom, whether it's experience, whether it's learning things. It might just be for you to mature, or for them to mature, or even both of you to mature. That could be the very reason that they're a part of your life and that there was a relationship built. Co-workers, we can have relationships with our co-workers and consider them close friends. But what happens usually, a majority, well, I won't say majority of the time, but usually when you leave that job that connected you as co-workers, how likely or how often is it that they stay connected to you or you connected to them? It may be 2 months, 3 months, maybe 6 months, and then they just become periodically a face or a comment on your Facebook page. Whereas before, when you worked with them at the same company or the same organization or had the same common interests that drew you together as coworkers, that bonded you for that time frame, that season, if you will, of your life and their life, that bond is no longer there. That season has changed. And so they've moved on to other friends that have a similar interest or that share in the same organization or company that they share in. So now you have moved on, and so you have now started to form a bond of co-worker with someone else or a group of other people. Don't get bitter about it. Just know that that season and their time was up. You love them from afar. You remember them. You sometimes may connect here and there, but the likelihood of that happening regularly like it used to, that time is past. Sorry, but life happens. And I've said that before in other videos, that life happens in relationships, whereas husband and wife, or boyfriend girlfriend, or girlfriend girlfriend, or boyfriend boyfriend, or whatever the situation is, as far as those relationships that are intimate type of relationships, that are bonding lasting relationships, we have to realize that we've decided to connect together. And for you to connect with someone else in that type of relationship, then that means that you have some common interest, some common grounds. You both have a desire to grow. You both have a desire to live life together. You both have a desire or interest in some area that has drawn you together besides just physically. Sometimes in some of those relationships, the physical part doesn't even happen at first. It doesn't happen until later on because there are other things that mentally, spiritually, and emotionally you have connected with this other individual with. So you're exploring that option or those options. And sometimes some of those interests can change. They may change. It may change to where you're not going in the same direction, or they aren't going with the same interest that you have or in the same direction that you're going. At either rate, take it for what it's worth. Understand that yes, things do change. Life change, the seasons change, the weather change, the time even changes. So there's always change somewhere around us, no matter what the relationship is or what the circumstance is. Life happens, relationships change, People grow, some don't. Some grow faster than others. Some have a desire to do bigger, better, greater things. And some people are just okay with staying where they are. And you have to respect and meet them where they are. But then if your desire or their desire becomes even greater than where you are currently, your current circumstances, your current living arrangements, then if you're not on the same page with growing and doing the same direction, then maybe it's time to reevaluate that relationship. And again, we don't throw people away. We wish them well because your interests or their interests are not the same anymore. So you can't hold you back, and you shouldn't want to hold the next person back because you're just not where they are right now. And then even when you get to where they are or they get to where you are right now, does not necessarily mean they're going to get there with you or you with them. It might mean that somebody else is already there who you're supposed to connect with and build that relationship with is already there, waiting on you to get to that point so that you can build and grow together. So I would say value your relationships. And sometimes we have to evaluate and reevaluate and evaluate and reevaluate some more. Because if it's some things that you don't have connected together, ask yourself the question, do you want to hold them back? Do you want them to hold you back? And if you decide some things you can deal with and tolerate, and they decide some things they can deal with and tolerate, I wish you well. But think about your relationships, no matter what they are. If they're intimate relationships, bonding couple type of relationships, if they're coworker, friendship, family relationships, because I love my family, but there's some family members that I'm close to more than the others. Doesn't mean I love anybody less or that I don't love anybody the same as far as my family goes, because they're all my family. And we don't get to pick each other. We're born into our families, unless it's a family that we've made, created, and we're using the term, is my sister from another mister, and so forth. If that's the case, something about their relationships or that relationship you feel that you can grow from and they can grow from you. And you both have a common interest to do better things and can help each other. So at any rate, evaluate those relationships and realize that yes, growth is necessary and it does happen whether we like it or not. So good luck with all those relationships that you have.